Yeah! Heal me up, mailbox. And what could be down here?
Where are we?
It's an odd place, to be sure. I suppose that was to be expected.
Look!
Who's ready for a boss fight?
Without any rules to bind us, we
Whoa.
are free to unleash the entirety of our powers.
Less thinking,
Whoa.
more killing. I like it. What is this?
Alright, so what you have to do is you have to destroy only the pink blocks. Destroying the normal gray blocks will send black projectiles after you.
I detect magic within the glowing box.
Like that. So you just gotta focus down each layer. And... whoa. Alright. You're next. And another pink box. Followed by... oh, I can't get that one yet because I didn't have enough magic. But I can't get this one. Next layer. Which is super slow. But that happens, they turn blue. Oh god, damn it. Why? I'm just gonna guard until I charge up. Luckily, you can do that. I'm gonna wait for the next round. Cool. Just wait. Lame it out. Always lame it out. Gotta keep laming it out. Yeah, next layer. But this time it's super fast. Yeah. Yeah. I need to charge up. Alright. Come on. No. Oh, so close. Yeah. Wasn't charged up. Yeah. So what's next? Was done that. What could possibly happen now? Oh, more cubes. A man made out of cubes.
The guardian of this temple is a curious sight indeed.
Says the talking book.
And the ends of his arms are what needs to be hit. Oh, that got me. This is ridiculously easy to dodge. Not that hard. You can't really attack it there. You can only attack it when it's pink.
This is a powerful foe.
You bastards get here.
Kaine?
Stay there. I'll take care of this loser.
Alright, when are you gonna show your weakness?
Don't get all weepy, okay? It's not like I was searching for
Yeah.
you. Fuck off, book.
So now I know you do a shockwave.
The glowing
And I should
cube
probably
takes
jump
priority.
or block.
Screw your priorities. I'm gonna kill this thing my way.
You forget this is a land of rules. Don't do things your way, or you will lose. Your arms are gone. What are you gonna do now, huh? And you're gonna do that.
This should prove interesting.
I'm gonna stay close to this. Whoa. I don't know. Do these things hit me even if I'm still blocked? Yeah, they do. Whoa. Yeah. One more. No. It was too low. God. Yeah. And that layer is done. It only gets harder from here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You're next. Yeah. 2 more layers to go. This one is super slow. In terms of movement, however, it'll do things like this. Oh, I dodged right into it, huh? Come on. Yeah. And now for the last layer, which is incredibly slow. What are you gonna do, huh? Come on, aim. Right there. Oh no. Yeah, not that hard. You just need to aim properly. Which, with sensitivity high up, pretty hard to do actually. Prince, my liege, have you any idea what trouble we've... Ah, the royal mask. People have suffered since the king's death. I was too young to bridge the gap between our people and our other civilizations. Trade has come to a halt, we lack food and water, and the people despair for it. This mask is an emblem of the king. With it, I can project a strong image of other lands, and our people can be prosperous once more. My prince, rules do not exist to bind you, they exist so you may know your freedoms. Those are the words of the previous king, my father. And now that I have this his mask, I believe I can ascend to the throne. Is that correct? Of course. Hail. All hail the new king. I apologize to you, my foreign friends, for all of your hardships. I serve by my new position as the king of Facade. I shall grant whatever you desire. Please, what is it I can do for you?
I appreciate the offer, but I'll have to pass. My wish, well, it kind of has to take care of itself.
Then think of a wish I can grant on behalf of another.
I think he just gave us an order.
A new wish. Fine. I want you to make rule 0. And it's gonna say that if people don't like a rule, they can vote to change it.
A splendid idea.
Very well. What? But, my king, this cannot be. Our people have long memories. We shall never forget the debt you owe us. We owe you. No matter how hard the times, such is the way of the masked people. And thus we shall grant your request. Still, that alone cannot repay our debt to you. Please accept this. Yeah.
Thanks, but I think you're forgetting someone.
Thank you, Fira. And I am sorry for all I put you through. It's not a problem.
Hey,
I'd like to ask you about the Black Scrawl. Ah yes, the foul disease that claimed my father's life. We heard that you were searching for a cure. Did you ever learn anything? I'm sorry, no. Everything we tried ended in failure. Seems there is no way around it. We'll have to collect the sealed verses one by one. Yeah. Thankfully, there aren't too many left. Pardon me, but what are these sealed verses? We're not sure, but if I find them all, I can save my daughter from the Black Scrawl. You don't know what they are? I don't know, and I don't much care. I just want to save my daughter. I'll run around collecting a bunch of Crystal Horse manure if that's what it takes. Yeah, that sounds disgusting. One moment, please. Can I ask you to visit us again? To return as friends?
sure, why not?
Just try not to get yourself kidnapped again,
Oh, thank you. And I promise to be careful. Dark wall magic. Just defense. I really like the setup I have, so I'm gonna keep it.
I fear for the future of Facade. No matter how good his intentions, with a king so young,
The people will make up for whatever the king lacks.
I imagine we'll come back to a whole new slew of rules.
Probably. The rules seem to work for him, so who are we to say otherwise?
Oh, come now.
There are as many ways to view the world as there are people in it.
Perhaps you have learned something on this journey after all.
Maybe. What do you think, Kaine?
Hey, Yona.
Hi there.
Yona. Oh, hi, Dad. How are you feeling? I'm okay. Sometimes it still hurts, but that fish medicine you got helps a lot. Good. Dad? Are you gonna stay here tonight? Yay! Dad's gonna stay home tonight. Easy, Yona. You'll hurt something. I don't care. I'm just happy I get to see you. It's late. You should go to bed. Okay. Night, Dad. I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. Still can't hear him. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an S, then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after the other, faster and faster. Sealed verse. Oh my god, it's a sealed verse. The thing I'm looking for, the key to saving my little girl. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. Dream. Dream. What? The hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. Can't follow them, damn it. Can't make it out. I want to scream, I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead, I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. Forest of Myth. Whoa, that was a messed up dream. I never thought I'd be hunting sealed verses in there.
Oh,
Morning, Dad. Hey, what's wrong? You look all tired and you have these weird black circles under your eyes. It's nothing, I had a strange dream. I didn't sleep very well. I have weird dreams all the time. I know. Actually, I had a totally weird dream last night. Did you now? It was a boy and me, and we were playing this game together. Kind of game. It was called Guess the Word. I think he made it up, because I never heard of it before. How did it work? Well, the boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out, so I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead. What did he say? I don't know, all I could figure out was Dream and Forest of Myth. But he said he'd be back, so I gotta study, then I can figure out everything and win. You're gonna help me study, right, Dad? Yeah, sure. So that's a bit weird how we had the same dream. Quite weird. Yeah. 700 gold. Yeah. Money. You appear lost in thought. This frightens me. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on. I need to go ask Popola something. Off to see Popola. I mean, it has been a bit since we had to speak to her, hasn't it? No, get up the stairs and go into the library. Hey, Popola. I got something to talk to you about. Probably about this Forest of Myth. What is it? What's up, Popola? Oh, hi, NieR. I just got a strange letter in the mail. Dearest Popola, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be able to get your advice Dream on the matter. Recently there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dreams. Empty curse. Alright. Certainly one bizarre piece of writing. Yeah, it's strange, alright. Who's it from? Mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north. Forest of Myth. They're a bright and talkative group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them. I have a bad feeling about this. I'll check it out. Or you will? But don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway. Oh, well. Alright. Thank you. Bye, Popola. See you later. Yet again, always helpful. Always know what to say and where to send me. So, I want to talk about a mechanic that's very fun and very useful. boar riding. So I need to get to the Forest of Myth, so I need to head over here. Pretty slow, right? No. Oh, that's bad turning radius, right? No. Got boar drifting. Yeah. Yeah. I actually need to head over here. No. Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. That's all I need to ride. It's so great.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm sure of it.
That's what I love about you, Vice. You're such an optimist.
Such cheek.
This place looks pretty beautiful. I like the look of it. Beware. Beware the words. The words, what do you mean? Contagious words. Those who dream. Those who dream. Hold a moment. This is a strange new sensation in my mind. Vice's voice rose in a quizzical way. It is not quizzical. What's going on here? Villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes. Perhaps we should start by asking this man. Who are you? I'm NieR, this is Vice. We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help. Villager stared at NieR and Vice. If you can speak to me, must have caught you in my dream. How's that again? Villager explained. Past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined that the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Vice stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly. Now see here, he said. Are you saying that we have been absorbed in your dream? Well, yes, said the mayor. I think you have. Oh crap, said NieR. So that means we've caught the Death Dream. Before the mayor could confirm NieR's suspicion, Vice exploded with rage. Ridiculous, preposterous, completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep. Mayor attempted to take Vice's complaints in stride. That's just how the Death Dream works, he said, brushing aside the book's remarks. My remarks shall not be brushed aside, fool, and it would behoove you to remember that this world allows me to view all of its narration. The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, and quickly changed the subject to who NieR had seen, and what they had discussed since coming to the village. Something there must have caused you to enter my dream, said the mayor. A certain conversation, a specific word, something. NieR and Vice racked their brains, but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too many random chatter, too many meaningless conversations. Grimoire Vice does not engage in meaningless conversations. The mere suggestion that Vice chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride. It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gas bag of a narrator. It has demolished it utterly. Irritated Vice looked skyward, as if searching for answers in the heavens. I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already. The anger created by his harsh words bled over to NieR like a contagion. Wait, said NieR suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Vice aside in the process. Well, he must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams, or... Hell, what the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Vice suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, NieR's face suddenly lit up. "I remember," he said. "Those who dream." That's what he said. I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at NieR. "That sounds right," he said. A stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. Mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a blown piece of paper. "For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream," he said. "I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams." The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. "I should probably be taking notes or something." Vice immediately fired back. "I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams," he said, "but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it." Mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping it at the tip. "I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream. I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I know about it." He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. "My village was beautiful," he said, to no one in particular. "It was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free." The mayor's voice took on a note of steely determination, and "I won't stop trying until it happens." NieR nodded in agreement. "Huh? Wait a second. I didn't nod. Why are you—" "Look, if we can be of any help," said NieR, "just ask." "Now hold on. I did not just say that." "Silence," said Vice. The grimoire looked from NieR to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Vice's face is always confident. "Thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor. You told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet you seem surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes?" Mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. "Oh my god," he said. You're right. I had no idea you were coming." "Human imagination is a limitless engine," said Vice, "and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out." "Thank you," said the mayor. "I don't know how I can repay you." "Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place." The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. "Good luck, you two." He called out the departing forms of NieR and Vice. "We're all counting on you." As NieR slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. "I saw this man once before," he thought, "but where?" NieR's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Vice was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion, unhindered by either terrain or physical effort. He spent most of his time urging NieR to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Vice muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, NieR snapped. "You know what, Vice?" he cried. "Go to hell. We're stopping. I need to rest for a few minutes before I throw up." NieR leaned against the tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. "How can this stupid forest be so goddamn big?" he muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. As if infuriated by his lack of respect, every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out with a volume that rattled his teeth. NieR slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Vice, what the hell's going on? NieR could see Vice's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insect screamed. The forest howled. And then just as NieR's ears... it's a bit weird to say. NieR's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover. The sound diminished. Hesitantly, NieR removed the hands from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, NieR began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1, with it suffers. 2, with it is ideal. 3, with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. This kind of thing happens a lot in dreams, right? Maybe it's the key of getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. Inwardly furious that Vice left the task to him, NieR sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of the insect stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before NieR like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Vice with glee. Pleased at passing the test, NieR moved on with new intensity. Path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. Guess the force has accepted us, huh? Said NieR after a bit. Vice spun around as it faced his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Vice finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, NieR picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Vice. Surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window, but I break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Vice. Now answer it. NieR grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right after all. This one is pretty easy. Sunlight. Plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, created a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Vice softly, I've never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey look, cried NieR, awaking Vice from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it? Vice. I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? NieR walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man appeared out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began NieR. But before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand out and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but I end the night with 3. What am I? NieR tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said NieR. Well, at least it's an easy one. A man. Mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You are the mayor, cried NieR. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor, you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago I saw a version of you that was not yourself. You saw... Wait, you saw what? I'm sorry, I don't understand a thing you just said. It'll make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. Now you must go to the man at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As NieR watched, mist seeped from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When NieR and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. "Good gravy," he cried. "You made it. You actually made it back." His left hand grasped NieR's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge him from the socket, while the right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. "God, by the heavens, stop shaking me, fool. We have not even told you if we were successful or not." Mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. "I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again." NieR withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. "We broke the Death Dream's seal," he said. "At least, I think we did." Mayor's face beamed as NieR filled him on the details. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. "Wait a second. It's crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? This is one hell of a story." "Seize your endos, prattle, and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself." NieR and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. "Have you forgotten?" continued Weiss. "It is words that control the Death Dream. Words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue." With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breaths slowing. "This is the first time," began the mayor, "the first time I have felt tired since I was in prison here." His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. He might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. NieR shook the mayor's shoulder gently. "Good news," he said. "We made it." "Oh wow," said the mayor in an awed voice. "We did. I'm back." He blinked once, twice, as though not quite believing the sight before him. "You two have no idea how much this means. The Death Dream had started to spread through our village, and I wanted to... Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream." Mayor started to stand and then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at NieR and shrugged. Without a word, the fighter reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. "Your life may take some getting used to." A wry smile crossed the mayor's lips. "You shall relearn in short order, I am sure," said Weiss. "For now, you should return to your home and rest." "No," said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. "No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the Death Dream. I have to save them." Mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree, to the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. "This is a holy tree," he explained when the prayer was finished. "It is the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder," muttered Weiss. "We should not put our faith in the gods." The mayor shook his head. "Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse." NieR and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed that a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. "I say," muttered Weiss, "this is certainly a stroke of luck." As the three of them said their goodbyes, NieR mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle, and the mysterious words he had left with them. "I once saw a version of you that was not yourself," muttered the mayor. "What in the world?" Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. "You know," he said softly, "this is going to sound weird, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too." NieR tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. "Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the Death Dream. It probably doesn't mean anything." NieR gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. I wish I understood what the hell was going on here. That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all. "Oh, thank you so much. Now I could finally return to a normal life. This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered." "I know. That's why I have to help the other villagers, no matter what." Dark execution. For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort. Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village. You think too much, Vice.